Yo,
What's good?
you good?
Yup.
Hey, I appreciate you taking time out of your evening to be here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. And good afternoon to y'all. Today, I'm here with a special guest, my man Antoine Richardson, also known as Weezy. And let me tell you something. Weezy just recently transferred here to Kent State about a year ago. But the impact that he's had on my life in such a short span of time is incredible. With me coming off my injury, he has shared many powerful words of wisdom with me that have helped me get through all the trials and the tribulations and all the negativity in my head. And in my book, he is truly the definition of a winner. Now, Weezy, go ahead and share with them a little bit of your life story.
Will do. Like he said, my name is Antoine Richardson, also known as Weezy. Born and raised in Dairy Beach, Florida. Grew up with my mom and dad in my life. Have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. Let's fast forward to my freshman year in high school. I played the game at a high level at receiver. I was blessed to get moved up to varsity after my freshman season was over. I didn't get in as much as I thought I would, but I was just thankful to be able to be in that position. Later that season right there, I was grinding and grinding and grinding. My sophomore season came. I was at receiver. My coach came up to me and told me, "Oh, we moving you to DB. We think that would be the best position for you." At the moment, I didn't want to switch positions. I grew up playing receiver. I always loved playing receiver. But he told me it's a different pathway to your journey. So that season, I didn't have the season I wanted, but I continued to grind and grind. My junior year came up, and I was just lights out. I was able to make plays that I never thought I would make. So I continued grinding, continued going on the drawing board, and finding ways to improve my game. The summer of my junior year going into my senior year, I attended a camp in Davie, Florida, Michigan camp. They came down and invited a few players to come and test out. When I was there, I was lights out, able to compete with the best. Every drill won, and then we had a racing. I came in second place. I always wanted first, but second is not bad. That evening right there, the last drill was the receiver versus DBs. I was strapping everybody. Nobody could catch a ball on me. But it was one receiver I did not go with. So my coach told me, "Weezy, you done for the day." "No, you done for the day." But I'm a competitor. I wanted to compete with every receiver there. So I decided to go. Boom, the rep started. He gave me a release. I pressed him. He got off the line. I ran with him. The ball is out now. I keyed the ball and went up for an interception. Caught the interception, but landed on my left leg. I immediately started feeling pain in my knee. At that moment, I said, I tore my ACL. Jim Harbaugh was on my right, and DJ Durkin was on my left, and they said, "Stay positive. You're gonna get through this. It's not gonna be serious." The next week, I got my MRI, tore my ACL. I was crushed. I never had an injury like that before. Never had to get surgery on anything on my body, but I had to. That journey was tough. It was nights where I was crying. It was nights where I said, "Am I going to be the same?" It was nights I went to my mom like, "Mom, is God trying to tell me to stop playing the game of football?" But she always told me, "No, Twan, this journey is about to make you stronger." So every day I continue finding ways to improve mentally and physically. Fast forward, I graduated high school early in December. I was committed to Michigan at the time also. It was about like January 20th, I believe so. I decided to decommit from Michigan and join the former DC who was at Michigan, which was DJ Durkin. He got a job at Maryland now. So I'm on my official visit to Maryland. I didn't know where I was going, but I wanted to test that out. So I went up there for my visit, enjoyed it, committed right on the spot. Went back home, and literally 3 days later, I was packing my bag to attend college at Maryland. Fast journey right there, fast, quick, a blink of an eye. Started my college career. Fast forward to the season. Played 2 games, didn't get in much, burnt my red shirt, and I was like, what is God trying to tell me? What he was trying to tell me is, Weezy, continue to fight. You're going to get healthy. You're going to get back to your normal self. Just continue to fight. And that's what I listened to that. My sophomore year, started. I started at the University of Texas, the first game of the season. Incredible crowd, incredible. Sold out crowd, loud. Played good. The third quarter hit. I go up and make a tackle. Boom. I'm knocked out. I got a concussion. So I had to sit out 2 games. Came back versus UCF. And I didn't get that much playing time, but I was just glad I was out there with my teammates at the time. Boom. The next game was Minnesota. Playing a great game. Had a PBU guarding the top receiver on the Minnesota team. Fourth quarter hit. I was on a punt block, blocking somebody. Went back on my right leg, weird, boom. Had a slight tear on my meniscus, a cleanup, out for 3 weeks now. So I'm like, 2 knee injuries. I went from not having no injuries to 2 knee injuries. But I didn't give up. I continued to fight, and continue to learn myself, because that's what I was gifted to do. So I was able to come back 3 weeks, and it was versus Indiana. Played the whole game against Indiana. The following week was Michigan State. It was a Tuesday morning. Woke up like a regular day. My mom called me, like blowing up my phone. I'm like, why is she blowing up my phone like this? Answered the phone, and she told me, your dad is in the hospital. I said, what? I just talked to him. She said, yes, your dad got hit off his bike, and now he's in a coma. At that moment right there, I didn't know what to do. I was just shocked. Tears just started falling from my eyes. Just started falling. I'm like, it's always something in my life. Like, it's always a adversity moment in my life. But I just believed in God and kept my faith strong. So I told my coaches that same day. The next day, they bought me a plane ticket back home. Mind you, I still have to get ready for Michigan State. But Michigan State is not even in my mind right now. It was my father. So at the time, got me back home on Wednesday. Went to see him. He in a coma. All he could do is hear me. He not talking to me. He not interacting with me. He not moving his arm. He in a coma. So I continued to pray. And then that Friday morning, I was flying back up to Maryland to get ready for Michigan State. So Friday happened. Went through the game prep, and then that Saturday morning when we was getting ready for the game, my mom called me and told me, your dad has woke up. He started moving. He was in a coma for 42 hours. That game was like one of the best games I had in my college career. Had like 7+ tackles, a sack, and a PBU. I was just thankful that God woke him up to see another day, because God could have took him right at that moment. So I just thank God for that right there. The season passed by. Now it's on to my junior year. Had a good junior year, going into my senior year now. Just focus on making the league. All I have to do is finish off this year, play at a high level, and I'm going to make it to the league. I would say 2 days after my birthday, which is March 31st, and when I'm spring ball, 2 days after my birthday, we're in practice. I go for a tackle, and I twist wrong. And I hear a pop in my right knee. I'm like, no, it probably my meniscus. I couldn't believe it. So they did the test. And then I was like, Doc, like, what do you think it is? He said, I don't know, Weezy. Whole time he probably do know, he just didn't want to tell me. He said, I don't know, Weezy. So I get an MRI that same day. So I'm waiting for my MRI. He finally called me and told me, Weezy, you tore your right ACL. So now I tore my left ACL in high school. Now I tore my right ACL my senior year of college. At that moment right there, I could have just gave up on life and just said, forget it, and just lost faith in God. But I already knew it was a reason why he was doing that, putting them challenges in my life, in which I was saying it was because to make me stronger. It made me encourage others and learn myself and gain faith within him. That following that season right there, I decided to coach. Coach John Hope allowed me to coach with him. I was the live signaler, so I was signaling the plays in and stuff like that. And I was just enjoying the coaching moment, because I never thought I was gonna be a coach. I always wanted to be a family therapist, and then I fell in love with coaching at that moment right there. But I wasn't done with playing football. So I still want to play football. I still want to make it to the NFL. So that year passed by. Now I'm in my 5th year. COVID hit. Now we don't have no spring ball. We barely have a summer training. We don't have nothing. So now I'm not able to showcase myself to college my coaches at the time. So I had to wait until that season. The summer camp started, and showcase them and tell them like I'm healthy. So I was able to do that. Started 2 out of the 5 games that season, and I was just thankful to God for allowing me to reach that moment right there. Because some people don't make it back off of 1 ACL, but I had 2, and I'm just thankful for that. And now I'm here at Kent State. I decided to transfer and try my shot elsewhere, and it was Kent State. Had a good winter conditioning. Spring was good. Summer training was good. Now it's season time. Getting ready for the game, our first game, which was Texas A&M. Ready, prepared right, watched endless film, knew what they was doing. First quarter here, first series. Make a TFL. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, great things is about to happen this year. Great things is about to happen this game. That happened. Second quarter hit. They going down. It's 3rd and 1. I go make a tackle, and I reach out my arm and tackle them and twist them, and I felt immediate pain in like my left shoulder area. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, why is it painful? So I decided to play another play. 4th and 1, we got off the field. The next drive, I'm like, this don't feel good, but I'm gonna still try it out. Like, I'm gonna still try another play. Decided to try another play, and I couldn't block shed. Like, I could not get off a block. I'm like, what is? Like, I told my coach, like, yeah, I can't go. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not able to block shed. I'm not able to reach my hand high and go for interception if I was put in that position. So I sat out the rest of that game. Like a couple days later, I got my MRI. I already been through 2 ACL injuries. Had to get surgery on both of them. Once I got my MRI, it was diagnosed, I tore my pec. First game of the season. When I know I was gonna do good. But God don't make no mistakes. He put the toughest challenges in his strongest soldiers. And I really cherish that right there. And now that I'm out right now, I'm just thankful that he woke me up another day, because he don't have to wake you up. Every day is not guaranteed, but I'm just thankful that he woke me up. So every day I wake up, I may wake up some days a little sad that I'm not out there playing, but when I step on the field, I want to encourage my teammates. I want them to give them that energy if I was out there still with them. I'm not going to sit around and just dwell on it and just feel sorry for myself, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to better myself. So whatever the next step is that he want me to go down, the next pathway he leading me toward, I'm going to hit that full on, 100%.
Hey, that right there was powerful. And you've been through some unfortunate, times and a lot of adversity. And a question I have for you is, like, for other people going through adversity out there in the world, what's the biggest tip to keep going and to not stop and melt in your sorrows and just feel bad for yourself? Like, what would be the biggest tip that you would give somebody?
I would say get closer to God, because if you try to do everything by yourself, it's going to be that time where all that scratches pile up on you and you just have a mental breakdown. So I got closer to God. And I will also say, like, my mental agility. So when adversity moment do hit me in life, I'm able to adapt to it and move on. Not move on, but take that next step into bettering myself. Because if you feel sorry for yourself, you're not going to better yourself. You're not going to help the other people around you. You got to help You gotta like help others around you, because what you put in this world is gonna come back to you. So at any moment, just give God to think that you on this earth still, because you're not allowed. Every day is not guaranteed. It's not. So I would say the mental agility, be able to adapt to things like
Right.
that, adverse moments.
Right. I totally agree with you, and you know, I'm grateful to have you sitting next to me right
For
here,
sure.
because that testimony you just put together was, I mean, amazing. And the fact that you're still sitting here with a smile on your face and you're still a positive guy, I mean, I don't think everybody can do that. And you're right. You said God puts his toughest soldiers through the toughest times, and I'm looking at that with my own eyes. So I just want to say that I appreciate you once again for taking time out of your day and coming here and doing this with me. And I just want to say keep winning, because
Thank you.
you a natural winner, my brother.
For sure. Stay blessed.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, we out.